to talk with Dylan a little earlier in the day, and he was telling me that during his recent tours to Japan that he has really incorporated some submission style into his repertoire. He's primarily known as a high-flying wrestler and also popular with a lot of the girls here in the Seacoast area, but he said that you're going to be seeing a lot more aggressive style from him, and as he continues to wind up on that arm of C.J. Summers. C.J. now trying to counter this move. Nicely done as he takes over with his own version of an arm there and into a side headlock. Dylan with a couple of short forearms there to the lower back, shoots his man in, goes for a hip toss. C.J. blocks it, and a beautiful counter. Trying to go for a backslide there, reverses it again. Irish whips his man in. C.J. comes off the ropes, then counters with an arm drag takedown of his own. Very nice execution there. And again, he goes right back to the arm. Okay, so once again, two high flyers staying pretty much grounded here for the first portion of this matchup. C.J. going to the top rope. Nice arm drag off the top rope there by C.J. Summers. Arm drag again, and once again, C.J. is in complete control of this matchup. Dylan taking a second here to regroup. As we have mentioned in the past, Dylan Cage is a full-blooded Native American. His Native American name is the Wise Owl. He also has traveled extensively to Japan and continues to compete there and wrestling Star Wars on a regular basis. Backing his man into the corner with a handful of hair is Dylan, and I assume we'll get a clean break. And oh, did you see that Ric Flair leg chop? Now he's hammering him with a couple of right hands there. Very aggressive. Dylan said he was going to be aggressive, and man, right into the ring post. I cannot believe this. Dylan very methodical in his movement here. Definitely trying to work on that left arm. Scoops him up and slams him right down on that arm. Look at the look on the face of Dylan Cage. This kid is more focused than I've ever seen him. And now repeatedly stomping away on the left arm and shoulder of C.J. Summers. Trying to take a piece of that arm home with him, I'd say. Now he goes right back into an arm bar, has complete control over his man. I think a lot of our fans are more interested in seeing these guys doing moonsaults and top rope high aerial maneuvers, but CJ's definitely keeping, Dylan's keeping CJ grounded here, and I believe that might be throwing CJ off his game. Couple of weak right hands of his own, and look at Dylan, shot to the arm, picks him up and slams him right down again. And I'm telling you, I like this new Dylan Cage. He's more aggressive. He seems to be really focused on this body part, working on the left arm, and now going into a version of the Dragon Sleeper. CJ saying he doesn't want to give up, but I don't know how long he can stay in this particular maneuver, made famous by the Ultimate Dragon. Dylan really applying the pressure here. CJ not giving up. Got to give him credit because he really is in a lot of pain experiencing this move. And now a couple of kicks to the back there by Dylan. Brings his man back up to a vertical base, backs him into the corner. Another Ric Flair leg chop. And now he's just drilling him in the arm, man, punching him, elbows, repeatedly torturing the left arm of C.J. Summers, and C.J. is in a lot of trouble right here. Dylan now going out to the apron and snaps his arm right off the top rope, and I'm telling you right now that he should go in for some sort of submission hold, and he could probably get it right here. But Dylan, snap mare, and I really like the way he extended his right leg as he went for that snap mare. Goes in the wood. There's a roll-up by CJ. 1, 2. Yamaguchi somewhat out of position there. Did manage to get a 2 count, but Dylan having the presence of mind to get right back up and boot his man right in the head. And once again, returns to working on that left arm of C.J. Summers, who has got to be experiencing excruciating pain at this point in time in the match. Going for a couple of shots there of his own. Doesn't really have much behind those right hands at all. But he did manage to break free, ducks the clothesline, going for a crucifix type, no, down into a sunset flip. 1, count and 2 was all he could get. Both men relatively slow getting back to their feet, and CJ decks him with a clothesline that actually knocks Dylan down. Okay, CJ had all 187 pounds behind him on that one. Backs his man up, shoots him into the corner, handspring elbow, somewhat reminiscent of the great Muta. Snapmares his man out of the corner, kick to the lower back. Now CJ, this would, I would have to say he is mounting his comeback here right now. Count of 2 there. Both of these guys really giving it their all here for Wrestling Star Wars. Once again at the Lafayette Club in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Irish whip, reversal, sends his man into the ropes, ducks the clothesline, and CJ now looking for some sort of piggyback ride, it would appear, from Dylan. Not really hanging on very well. And Dylan just backs him right into the corner there. Nice move by Cage. Wrestling Star Wars. Oh, man! Extra severe nut shot there by Dylan Cage. I mean, he got him right in the cunyans. Bringing his man up now. I would go for a pin if I was him. I don't know how much more he can take. Turning him upside down into the corner for what could be the tree of woe. He definitely has him positioned there. And now he's completely standing on the groin region. Unbelievable. Dylan showing me an aggressive side of him that I have not seen before. Man, Wrestling Star Wars returns to Salisbury Beach Saturday night, June 16th, with a 7 p.m. bell time at the Pavilion Center. And we want to say a big hello to Jack Welsh, who is bringing Wrestling Star Wars to the Pavilion Center June 16th. You will see BAD Brian Day defend the New England Heavyweight Championship against Rick Fuller. You will also see Astro Man defend the television championship on that night. You will also see Rush, Ron Zombie, Curtis Slam Dog, The Mercenary, and the debut of Titanium. And anybody from Salisbury Beach knows who Titanium is. You know it's going to be a big treat for the fans to see this huge superstar in wrestling. Inverted atomic drop there. Follows it up with a nice clothesline. CJ, though, is really, really spent in this matchup, and I think that's why we're not seeing him go for a cover right away. Dylan Cage is flat on his back. Now both men firing off with some shots as they get to their feet. Nice power bomb there by CJ. 2 and oh! Cage just barely getting out of that one. CJ now backs himself into the ropes, drops a forearm sledge type maneuver, count of 2. And once again, both of these guys, did you see that? A blatant rake of the eyes there by Dylan Cage. I really like this new aggressive style we're seeing here. And now he's basically choking him over the second rope. CJ is just gasping for air. Oh, he's in all kinds of trouble. Man, slumping now down to the canvas. Dylan positioning him back up. He's not done choking him yet. Now putting all his body weight on him and dropping down on CJ Summers. Man, this will be the kind of action you're going to see the 16th at the Pavilion in Salisbury, June 16th, Saturday night. Right hand by Dylan Cage. And now he's just basically raking his eyes. Complete sadistic behavior here by Dylan Cage. And once again, I have to admit, I really do like that from this young man. Irish whips his man in. Leapfrog by CJ. Leapfrog by Dylan. Both men come up. Double flying body press, and both men are down. Well, it would be a shame to see this match end with some sort of count out, because both guys have really performed at a very high level of intensity. And Dylan promised that he was going to do more submissive type maneuvers, work on a body part, really a throwback to an old-time wrestler or someone that's been spending time in Japan. Now they're both trying to get their way up to their feet there. Dylan with a right hand. CJ retaliates. Right hand. Now they're exchanging. Tit for tat there right in the middle of the ring. Irish whips his man into the corner. Comes charging in with a side kick. Nicely done by CJ Summers. Dylan is really reeling here. Scoops his man up. Body slam. And now CJ would appear to finally be going for one of his high-flying maneuvers, gesturing to the crowd that that's exactly what we're going to see. Slingshot senton right there over the top rope. And CJ, neglecting to go for a pin, is now telling the fans that he's actually going to do another maneuver. I think he may have made a mistake right there. He had Dylan hurt. He should have went for a pin. Making his way up to the second rope here. And going for another version of a senton, except there was nobody home. Dylan got out of the way there. Boot to the midsection. Now setting him up. Nicely spins him around, pump handle into a power bomb, and 3, and that's going to do it. Dylan Cage victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest